Aloha, this is Heidi at Easy Peasy. I'm going to show you some elimination communication supplies that work well when practicing EC with a newborn baby. So we're talking about the age range from about birth to 2 or 3 months old, and babies really can use the potty starting as early as birth. It's pretty amazing. So the first supply is a potty. This one is called the baby potty. It's a top hat potty because it looks like a top hat, and it's available from Tiny Undies. I'll leave a link below as well as a coupon code to get this. So the way a top hat potty works is you put it securely in your lap, and I'm going to use this baby doll to demonstrate. You hold your baby over it, and then you can make your cue sound. Psst. Any pee pee? Any poo poo poo? All done? So that's how it works to use a top hat potty. I do have a baby who's 4 months old, but it would be a little bit hard to demonstrate with her. And then my son's already 4 years old, so they've both been EC'd. And this potty comes with a potty cozy. It's a soft fabric on here just to make it more comfortable, not cold for the baby, but you can take it off. My baby usually just peed on it, so it was usually in the wash anyways. So that's the first option for a small newborn potty. Another one is to use a chamber pot. I bought this chamber pot from Nova Natural, their online toy store, but I don't think they offer it anymore, so you might find something similar on eBay. This is just a really old-fashioned type of potty, and it's made from stainless steel coated in enamel, so again, you can hold the baby over it. This one has a bigger opening, which is kind of nice to make it easier to catch, but the rim on it is not nearly as comfortable as it is on the top hat potty. And you don't have to use a potty. You can also hold your baby in what we call EC hold over the sink and make a coo sound, or you can sit backwards on the toilet with them while holding them in this position. So you have one hand under each thigh, the baby's back against your belly so they feel secure. And so you don't technically have to have a potty. With my son, I had a Baby Bjorn Smart Potty, so I just took the insert out of that and used that in my lap in the same manner as a top hat potty. But with my daughter, I really did like having this when she was about 0 to 2 months old was when it was the most useful. The next thing that I love having for EC is wool puddle pads. You're going to need some type of waterproof pads, and wool ones are my favorite since they're all natural. The ones I have are from Little Bunny Bear. So this wool pad I use as a changing pad, and it's made from organic wool, and it's so soft and nice, so I don't mind if my baby's skin ends up touching the wool directly, because this is much softer than some wool puddle pads out there. So the great thing about wool is once you lanolize it, you soak it in a bath of water that contains emulsified lanolin, then the lanolin repels water. So if some pee, breast milk, something gets on this, it'll just repel it. And so that's my nice natural but breathable waterproof layer. So for a changing pad, I use the wool pad, then I put a Prefold down on top, and then just a little cloth wipe and have baby on top of that. And that's great also for diaper-free observation time. So if like a tiny bit of poop gets on the cloth wipe, I just put that in the diaper laundry. If baby pees during diaper-free time, then the whole Prefold and cloth wipe will both go in the laundry, but the wool puddle pad will prevent the pee from going through. And the other wool puddle pad I have, I'm actually sitting on here. So this is an extra large family size one, again from Little Bunny Bear. And I like to sit on this as an area for nursing on, for taking a nap with my baby, also for doing diaper-free time, because then the bed is protected. So this is a nice large wool puddle pad here. And what I keep on top of it, this is from Green Mountain Diapers, and it's called a Cloth Ease Muslin Swaddle Blanket, but it's basically the same as a really large flat cloth diaper. It's just a large square. And so this can also get thrown in the dirty laundry and the diaper laundry if it gets peed on it. So those are great to have, wool pads, and I'll link the Little Bunny Bear shop below in the description box. The next thing I want to talk about is EC-friendly baby clothes. A lot of typical baby clothes are not great for when you're practicing EC because they often have a lot of snaps, they're difficult to take off and put back on, and if you're changing a diaper or offering the potty 20 times a day, it's just better to keep it simple and easy. So one thing I like to use with babies is a t-shirt, just something that comes down to their waist. instead of a onesie or a bodysuit that goes between the legs and snaps. This is just a little kimono shirt, which is a great style for newborns. And there's a new EC brand located in Canada. They're called Komfi Baby, and they're offering organic cotton shirts with little EC slogans on them. So things like "Potty me please," "Potty queen." I'm waiting for when they come out with "Potty pooper." That's the one I want to get. But so you can get baby shirts from them, or just anywhere that sells baby shirts. Those are a great thing to use for EC. And another thing the baby doll has on are these little leg warmers. And these particular ones are newborn size, so they're tiny. They also sell one size ones that will fit like baby through toddler, but these newborn ones will just fit for a short while. And under his leg warmers, he's wearing Lamington Merino wool socks. These come up pretty high. They're considered like about a knee-high sock, and so that can help keep their legs warm. Instead of wearing pants, they can wear socks that can stay on during diaper change or when they're using the potty. And wool's great again because if it gets a little pee on it, it can just repel the pee. Some other options we like for EC-friendly clothing are for my daughter. She wears little dresses. Again, that's super easy to use. And rock-a-thigh baby socks. So these ones come all the way up to the thighs. So it's similar to the leg warmers, but the feet will also be covered. And I love using these when my daughter's in the baby carrier. I can just slip them right on her legs without taking her out of the carrier. So I love rock-a-thigh baby socks. So I'll link those too. And then for nighttime, instead of the really cute footy pajamas with the row of snaps, it's easier to use a sleep gown. So this is an example of a sleep gown, and it can be used for a girl or a boy. The opening just has some elastic around it, so you can just pull it up when you need to do a diaper change or offer the potty if you're doing nighttime EC. You don't have to, that's up to you if you do it just in the daytime or if you also do it at night. So there's that. There's also specialty split crotch pants for EC. You can find those at stores like Little Bunny Bear, EC Wear, also Komfi Baby offers them. And with the split crotch pants, the baby can use the potty while leaving the pants on. The pants just kind of open up while they're using the potty. And those are great to use along with a Prefold diaper and a diaper belt, or with a drop flap style diaper. So we'll show you some more about the diaper styles that you can use during EC. This can be a whole video on itself, just cloth diaper backups for EC, so I probably will do that. But right now we'll talk about a couple of options for the newborn stage. What the baby doll is wearing here is a Prefold. So it's like this. Prefold is like a rectangle diaper, and there's more absorbency in the middle than there is on the edges. These are teeny tiny ones. This is the smallest you can get. This is the preemie size. So I actually wouldn't recommend this size. If you ordered Prefolds from Green Mountain Diapers, I would say start at least with the newborn size, which is going to be longer and also more absorbency. But for our little itty bitty doll, this one fits on him. He's wearing it with a diaper belt. So I'll take that off so you can, well, first maybe demonstrate how it works. So if it's time to offer the potty, what you can do is just untuck the front of the Prefold so it flaps down. Offer the potty. This is another position you can do with a newborn. The cradle hold while they're on the potty. So this can work if they're nursing, or maybe at nighttime they want a little more comfort of feeling that mommy's holding them close. You can do a cradle hold, and then when you're done offering the potty, you can just flip the Prefold back up if it's still dry and clean, and tuck it in. If they pee on it, you can easily take it out, put a clean one on. So Prefolds are definitely one of the easiest cloth diapering options, and it doesn't have to technically be a Prefold. It could also be a flat, so that's just a large square cloth diaper would work. There's also something called flour sack towels that you can just buy at like a home section of a store. So any square rectangular piece of fabric you can use with a diaper belt. And there's a new product out called the Bandy that's sold through a Facebook group, and that's kind of like an adjustable diaper belt. And also Little Bunny Bear offers adjustable diaper belts, so you can resize them so it can get bigger size than just these ones that have elastic in them. And Little Bunny Bear also offers a sewing pattern for the diaper belt if you want to sew your own. And she has sewing patterns for the split crotch pants as well, if you know how to sew. So diaper belt, Prefold, that would be the easiest, most simple diaper backup. The great thing about that is you can see immediately when it's wet and you know to change it right away. With my son, I wasn't comfortable doing completely bare bottom observation time because his pee could go all the way across the room. And so by using the Prefold and diaper belt, I was able to observe and see when he peed, but not worry about pee getting everywhere. Okay, this is just another Prefold example. This is a Bummus organic cotton. These ones are a little thicker than I like for if you're going to use it under a diaper cover. So really, probably the best place if you're getting Prefolds is to go on the Green Mountain Diapers website. They're a wonderful resource with so much information. Another option from Green Mountain Diapers, this is called a fitted diaper in the newborn size. And so this particular one is the no closure, so it doesn't have any snaps or Velcro here. So if you were to use a fitted diaper, it's kind of like a Prefold but shaped into the shape of a diaper. You put it on your baby and then secure it with either a snappy, or there's also this Boingo fastener. I found these didn't work as well to get a really good tight fit on a fitted diaper. And some fitted diapers, this one's from Blueberry, have snaps on them. There's also one brand I know of that has Aplex, so like a hook and loop Velcro closure, that's Lovey Bums, sells those kinds of fitted diapers. But fitted diapers are a much more expensive option. And what happened with my baby girl is she was so small at birth, 5 pounds 13 ounces, that these fitted diapers were actually big around her legs, and so they leaked. And so until she grew into them at about 10 pounds, they weren't really doing a great job of containing the pee. So I realized at that point that if I had gotten some of the newborn, which would be the Orange Edge Prefold diapers, even wearing those with a diaper belt probably would have contained the pee better than the Prefolds were when she was an itty bitty newborn. Some people have 10-pound newborn babies, and then these would fit fine right away, but they wouldn't fit for very long. One other option I'm going to show you, these are Flaparaps pads, and just so you can understand what those are meant to go with, these Flaparaps are developed by Born Ready Jen, and they're specifically a cloth diaper meant for elimination communication. So the great thing about Flaparaps is the belt stays on the baby's waist while the front of the diaper flaps down for them to use the potty. So this is a Flaparap pad, a size small, that's meant to be used with these Flaparap diapers. I'm not quite used to putting these on a baby doll. So let's see how well I can show you this. The Flaparap tucks in the band in the back. So instead of snapping or Velcro or anything, it just goes under the band of elastic. And then when you're ready to offer a potty tunity, you just untuck it, swing this off to the side. I personally usually take the pad out, and then you can hold baby over the potty like that. And that way the diaper stays attached to them, which is a really nice feature. So for the Flaparaps, for us, they didn't fit right away from newborn. She was just so thin, it just seemed giant on her, this Flaparap shell part. But what I did use is I used the Flaparap pads, but I used them in different ways than with the Flaparap shell. So now I'm going to show you some other types of covers that you can use along with the Prefolds or the Flaparap pads or the fitted diapers. So this is a baby greens wool interlock cover. This was my favorite cover. This is in the newborn size, and this is actually the only thing that fit her teeny tiny legs when she was first born out of all of our cloth diaper stash. This was the only one that really gave a snug fit and contained everything. So it's like this. This is called their classic cover. And at first I thought I didn't like snapping covers, that would be too inconvenient for EC, but actually I love this cover because you can adjust the leg holes if you want to do those ones in a tighter setting and you want to do the waistband on a looser setting, you can. So one way that I used these baby greens wool covers is I would take the Flaparap pad, and I found this out from another EC mom who had mentioned on a Facebook group that the Flaparap pads fit in the baby greens wool cover in the newborn size. And so that was a really great option for us because we had the Flaparap pads, but we weren't quite ready to go into using the whole Flapparap system yet. So we would just put the Flapparap pad inside the wool cover and then put it on her. And that was our favorite when she was really small. This is the size small pad, and I've got it folded with this trench that's supposed to be better at containing breast milk poo. And then this is the size large Flapparap pads. And these were the organic ones. And also the Prefold, when you tri-fold it or pad fold it like this, that could also fit inside this cover. However, these preemie ones are not very absorbent, so even just one single pee miss might soak the pad and start getting the diaper cover wet. So that's why I would recommend getting the newborn size if you're going to get pre-folds. Another wool cover we used, this is a Lovey Bums one. And I really had high hopes for this particular diaper that's called the Lovey Bums in One. So it's a wool cover on the outside with A-plex closure, and then it has this snap-in cloth diaper in the middle. Unfortunately, the snap-in cloth diaper didn't end up working out because it didn't really contain the pee. But you can take out this snap-in diaper and you can just use this as a wool cover. So this one didn't fit as snugly, so it didn't really work to just lay a pad folded pre-fold or lay the Flapparap pad inside here. This did work, however, over one of the fitted diapers. So I had read all the advice online said if you're going to use wool, you should use fitted diapers. So that's why I went with a lot of fitted diapers. But what I found out is it matters more which wool cover you use. If you were using one of these baby greens wool covers, the elastic around the leg is so great that you can just tri-fold a pre-fold or put the Flapparap pad in there, and it's enough to contain everything. If you're not doing wool, you can just use a PUL, polyurethane laminate type of diaper cover. So this is polyester on the outside. This is a newborn size coveralls, some blueberry diapers, and then it has this PUL waterproof inside. Normally I would have chosen like an A-plex or Velcro closure because I just don't like to have to snap a whole bunch of snaps. But this one came in a set with 3 of these fitted diapers, so I had one of these covers, and that worked for keeping in the diaper bag because it was really lightweight. It was easy to fold up, and you can see my whole what's in my diaper bag video to see everything that I packed in my diaper bag. Another option that you could use is G diapers, and this is a size small G diapers. With my son years ago, all we used was G diapers from 3 days old through 1 year old. They have different sizes, so they have newborn, small, medium, large. We only used with my son just the small and the medium. He was able to fit in small from 7 pounds around the time he was born. We used disposables for like 3 days, and then he went into size small G diapers. And then we used the size medium, and then after that he was already ready to transition away from diapers. So you could put a pre-fold, this is the preemie pre-fold, inside, and this is a waterproof nylon shell in the G diapers. With this pre-fold, it probably would kind of bunch up a bit when it got peed on, and so the shell, this part, pouch, might get a little bit soiled, but you can snap this out and replace it with a clean one. So that's a great thing, and what I liked about G diapers is that these are cotton on the outside, so it's soft and comfortable. I really love the comfort of either cotton or of wool. I'm not as big a fan of the roughness of polyester. And like I said, this is size small, but they also offer super cute little newborn G diapers, and they just started offering them in a 6-pack of newborn. So I totally would have gotten that if that was available before my baby was born, but that's just a new thing. I'll link that again as well below with a discount code if you're interested in the G diapers. And if you're going to be cloth diapering, you might as well use cloth wipes. These are some Baby Kicks hemp and organic cotton ones that were from 4 years ago, and they're still holding up fine. We got some Bird's Eye organic cotton from Green Mountain Diapers. These are a little more rough than I would have liked, so not my ideal ones. I got some cotton flannel ones from Oh So Cozy, and I like these better. Once you wet them, and I just wet them in water, I feel like they're a lot softer. And then I use one wet on my baby and then one to pat dry. afterwards. They can just get washed with the diapers. Again, if you're cloth diapering, you're going to need wet bags. They're like my favorite thing. I love lots and lots of wet bags. This is a wet dry bag from PlanetWise, so one compartment for dry items, one waterproof compartment for wet items. Again, if you see my what's in my diaper bag video, I go into detail on those. This is a PlanetWise diaper pail liner, so it's waterproof, so you put this inside your diaper pail and then it contains everything from your dirty diapers in there. There also are some wool wet bags. I know Organic Caboose offers wool wet bags. I haven't tried those yet, but I would really like to. If you've tried a wool wet bag, let me know in the comments how you like it, because I'm thinking about getting that soon. Oh, and this one other wet bag is the one that I love for using with the top hat potty. This is the Bambino Mio wet bag, and this little baby potty fits perfectly in there. So that's what I do to get in my diaper bag, and I have two of these top hat potties. I keep one in my diaper bag and then one right beside my bed. So especially in those early days when you've just given birth, tired, recovering, it's nice to just have things close by where you can just reach them. So I keep a cart next to my bed with the potty, the wipes, the diapers, and I can just very easily change my baby on this nice wool pad. I don't even have to get out of bed and go anywhere to do a diaper change, so that's really nice. So the other supply, I don't have it here to show you, but I just can tell you that I would highly recommend if you're going to be practicing elimination communication with a newborn is to read at least one book about elimination communication. There's blogs out there, like Easy Peasy, Go Diaper Free. There's free videos like this one, but if you really want to get a good sense of what is EC and how to do EC, then I recommend reading a book like Go Diaper Free, a simple handbook for elimination communication by Andrea Olson. And I'll also post my link to my blog post that lists all the different elimination communication books that I know about down below. So if you want to choose one that's available from your library, that's a good idea too. But I would say read at least one book before you get started. Join a Facebook support group for EC. That's a great place to get encouragement and get your questions answered. And also, Andrea Olson offers an online class that's called Baby Meets Potty. So it's for starting EC with babies anywhere from 0 to 3 months old. And I took this online class after I had already completed EC with my son, but before starting with my baby girl. And it really did help. Even though I had done EC one time already, I really enjoyed the Baby Meets Potty online class, especially because of the bonus videos that she offers that show what it looks like to practice EC with a baby who's 1 day old, how to actually catch the meconium poop in a potty instead of in a disposable diaper. So that's a great resource as well. And I will link a whole bunch of these resources so you can find them really easily. That wraps up my supplies list for newborn phase, and in another video I will show you supplies just for EC in general for any age, like 0 through 2 years old. Okay, thanks for watching.